You're listening to EDO Software's Digitalization Network, a podcast created for those who are IT passionate and want to know all about the latest technology trends and innovative solutions. Join us on this fascinating journey through the world of digital transformation. The pandemic has greatly accelerated the trend for retailers to move to e-commerce platforms. Along with the development of the e-stores, there are new responsibilities related to promotion, distribution, logistics, accounting, and the implementation of new product strategies. Therefore, to automate work and facilitate work-related activities, you need to integrate your store with an ERP system. As a result, you get access to many specialized modules and applications that will be tailored to your company's specific needs. Each company, regardless of the business model in which it operates, either B2B or B2, offers customers products and services distributed via physical or online stores. For this purpose, there should be a dedicated system that enables the control of sold products and services. ERP systems are the best solutions for storing this type of data. At its core, ERP allows you to control and manage the most important resources and processes related to day-to-day business activities, such as sales, finance, accounting, warehouse, personnel, procurement, production, and more. The implementation of such a solution significantly improves the completion of orders, obtaining information, and customer service. Now, please allow me to tell you what happens if the e-commerce system is not connected to the ERP system. In such a case, most companies will resort to using manual data entry. For example, all orders from e-commerce would be manually added to the ERP system and vice versa. All products together with the price and inventory would be imported to e-commerce, for example, through Excel files. When it comes to manually entering 10 orders a day, it's not such a big problem. Problems emerge when the number of daily orders reaches hundreds or several thousand. In this case, the integration of the systems and automation of data exchange is an indispensable element of optimization, which results in cost optimization, time optimization, elimination of potential errors, for example, spelling mistakes, and real and correct data sent almost in real time. In such an extensive online store, there must be a place where information on the product inventory levels is available, where relevant documents, such as receipts, releases, invoices, and corrections are issued, and orders are handled. However, before the integration, it's necessary to define what data will have a source in which system. Inventory is one of the most important aspects that determines whether a potential customer will purchase in a given e-store or not. To better understand this information, let's put it into practice with a hypothetical example. John Smith wants to buy a pair of shoes. He visits an online store, finds a dream pair, and pays for them. After a few days, he receives information that the product is no longer in stock, his order is cancelled, and the money is returned. John gets angry and irritated and decides not to shop in this store anymore because he stopped trusting them. The outdated stock data or too long information exchange between systems very often leads to customer frustration and reluctance to buy in a given store. Therefore, during integration, it's worth paying attention to issues such as should inventory levels be taken from one or more warehouses. Does the inventory level depend on multiple warehouses, for example, 3 lamps in warehouse A and 4 more lamps in warehouse B? Is the same warehouse used by both a physical store and e-commerce? If so, how should the data be synchronized? Is the reservation of the product made immediately after placing the order? If this cannot be done directly within the ERP system, it's worth reducing the stock within the e-commerce area until the data is synchronized. Is the inventory of a given product built based on many other product inventory levels, for example, partial products, and according to which algorithm such information is passed to e-commerce? Are we dealing with the so-called sets, for example, Subject GT? Should cancelling an order end a stock reservation? Should goods not available in stock be published and visible in the store? Is there a high turnover in the warehouse, or are there many cases of damaged products, and therefore it's necessary to make a safety buffer? Do you block the possibility of buying such a product in e-commerce? Paying attention to all these questions is very important to avoid a situation in which the customer comes across incorrect information or their complete lack several times during one visit. The consequence of such a policy will be the cancellation of the order and the loss of the customer. Moreover, there's a high probability that this person will buy from a competitor. Prices are another crucial element of the e-commerce integration with ERP. In this case, the key question is whether the company offers its products and services only to B2C or B2B customers. In the case of an offer targeted at individual customers, the matter is theoretically simple, because within the e-commerce there appears only one price. The problem appears when the price that comes from the ERP system is the net price, and then the system enables it to round it up in various ways. In such circumstances, the question how to convert this price within e-commerce arises. The price should be as close as possible to the gross value in the ERP system, otherwise one can experience problems with the billing and standard audit file tax. Therefore, the conversion of prices at VAT rates is not interchangeable. It's extremely important to know what prices will be used in the store and according to what algorithm they will be recalculated. Regarding this subject, it's worth paying attention to several elements, such as should the starting price be net or gross? Does the price require recalculations? Will the price be converted to other currencies? If so, how? Are prices in ERP constantly changing, for example once a month, once a day, or maybe even more often? For example, there are industries where the price can change every few minutes. Are prices variable or calculated based on the exchange rate? Does the final price of the product depend on the purchase price from a given day or a given batch? All these situations mean that the exchange of price information between systems must be conducted on an ongoing basis, almost in real time. However, in order not to get into the bottleneck, you should think about task queues during the integration process, which must be properly optimized to prevent the customer from buying a product at a different price than the current one. In addition, an important function is to block the price in the basket while a customer is making a purchase. To summarize, any price update must be sent to the online store instantly. This is important especially in the case of e-commerce with a large amount of assortment and a very low profit margin. Multiple price lists that feature the same products could be another difficulty that is connected with the volume of the ordered product or the person who orders representing a given market segment. This is particularly important for websites that offer both B2C and B2B sales. In such situations, one should answer questions like, what should be the price when buying one B2C item? Does the price depend on the unit? Does the price need to be converted? Can a product be purchased per meter squared or only for a full package? Does the price change when buying, for example, 1,000 items per company? Does the price change when you log in to the site? Can contractors have individual prices for a given product, product category, or product type? In the case of individual price lists, well-optimized and clarified mechanisms must be used. All price dependencies in the ERP must be transferred to the e-commerce system. It's also important to keep in mind the transfer of all VAT rates. Each of the products can be sold at a different price, and the tax thresholds can be different for international sales. Moreover, for some industries, appropriate functions should be used to collect the individual data of the product and the quantity of the product in the package. Let me give you an example. Let's assume that we want to sell vinyl plank flooring in an online store. Currently, this product is sold in packages, but customers calculate their demand based on M2. Therefore, the price is also given for M2. There are 1.44 square meters of vinyl planks in one package. Such information is often found in the ERP system, and when having it in e-commerce, it's easy to calculate the price per square meter. In this case, it should be verified whether the price in ERP is the price per package or M2. Now let's talk about customer data, one of the most crucial elements to pay attention to. Regardless of the industry, type of sales, whether online or offline, or target groups either B2B or B2C, it's worth considering storing the data about contractors in one ERP system. This is particularly essential for B2B sales, which cannot operate successfully without data like a dedicated individual price list for a given contractor, for example, a discount on a part of the product offer, assignment to a specific purchasing group, which may result in additional discounts, defined trade credit, and extended payment time for selected contractors. In addition, if a given contractor buys both via an e-commerce system and in a physical store, and both of these solutions work based on an ERP system, it's an ideal place to combine all his purchases in one account. Then, when customers log in to their panel in the store, they have access to the history of all their invoices and the dates of their payments. An important function is the possibility to block further orders of accounts with the largest number of overdue payments. In the case of large companies, automatically blocking indebted customers can help save many hours of manual work. Integration with the ERP system gives greater opportunities for process automation, optimization of manual verification of customer data and their overdue payments, and solving problems with lost invoices because the system enables us to download and preview them. When it comes to orders in the e-commerce system, there's a set of data informing where, what, and to whom to deliver. Within an ERP system, you receive additional information about the ordered product, for example, where the goods are taken from, which commercial document to issue, whether all the required data for the commercial document is available and correct, and how to deal with the product sets. The integration of these two systems allows for simple data transfer from System A to System B. Another essential element in the ordering process is determining the time needed to send order information to the ERP system. This process should take no more than 1 or 3 minutes. The longer you send data to ERP, the greater the risk that a given order will not be completed and sent, for example, within 24 hours from the moment of placing it. For large systems, it's recommended to use a queuing mechanism. This is particularly important in situations such as problems when connecting to ERP, which means that when you log in again, the e-commerce system has to send many orders at once, restoring and synchronizing data, for example, after updating one of the systems, and the need to send historical orders to synchronize data between systems. Regardless of whether customers buy in-store or online, whether they are retail or wholesale customers, each of them should have an insight into the history of their transactions. E-commerce can become a place where customers will be able to verify their orders, access invoices, and preview their payment dates. Due to outstanding invoices, a B2B contractor can be automatically blocked and not able to make any further transactions. Apart from that, the system using the invoice dates can automatically send reminders to customers about their overdue payments. This is because ERP is the place where sales documents are issued. Unfortunately, the vast majority of stores still send paper invoices to their customers, which causes additional costs and inconveniences. For example, the cost of paper and printing. Customers very often lose invoices, which are indispensable if they want to make a complaint. The solution may be an electronic sales document delivered in the form of an email, which can be downloaded from the website via an e-commerce account. When integrating with ERP, attention should be paid to questions like, does the e-commerce system have to generate a pro forma invoice? If so, to which template? Should the e-commerce system download an electronic invoice from the ERP system? Should invoices be downloaded immediately after their issuing in the ERP system or at the customer's request? Where will the invoice files be stored? On which server? The bottleneck of integration is usually API, for it requires verification of several factors that may slow down the way of integration. These factors raise questions like, does the API allow for downloading multiple products, orders, prices, or inventories within one request? Does the API support notifying of changes concerning the product, order, price, and stock? Does the API only retrieve changed data, or does it retrieve everything in a dedicated date range each time? Does the API receive changes that have appeared since the last request? Does the API have a daily request limit? Does the API require a license, and does the ERP system have a limited number of licenses? Designing and implementing optimal and effective integration requires a thorough API analysis of the e-commerce and ERP system at the initial stage of data merging. ERP is a modern system supporting the management of small and medium-sized enterprises. It enables full management of all types of commercial and warehouse documents, inventory of contractors, goods, services, managing orders, prepayments, and many others. Integration with the ERP system enables the exchange of data on import and update of goods, contractors, customer orders, the purchase invoice, as well as export and update of goods received notes, stock issue confirmation, materials issued notes, internal transfers, warehouse transfer sheet, sales adjustments, and sales documents. Item inventory contains many fields describing the goods. Basic parameters, such as prices, measures, and groups to which a given product belongs, are defined here. This allows for easy management of assets by compiling information in one place. The customer database contains a set of aggregated information about a given customer or supplier. Basic data such as addresses and contact details are defined here. In conclusion, we can say that, based on the nature of the company and the objectives of the ERP system implementation, entrepreneurs can benefit in various ways by choosing this system. In today's B2B and B2C systems, automation should be included from the very beginning to develop and prosper as much as possible. Nowadays, ERP systems are necessary to improve the profitability of processes and expand your business online. Thank you for listening to Digitalization Network. If you want to continue this digital journey, please subscribe to our podcast and share it with your network. Remember, every subscription helps us create valuable content. See you in the next episode.